Can we have now the house to order so that I can give you a few basics, because after today I will not waste any more time. I will straight away. I gave out the guidelines. True or false? True. And you still got them? Anyone who didn't get? Conde. Whom did you wrong? I'm sorry, I may sound traditional. Whom did you wrong that is walking around making you feel bad every time? Did you wrong somebody? You might have abused an old woman in the way. She's like, this girl will never be happy again. I didn't want to go that way. It is you who has decided to go that way. But normally the people they chat, they don't go that extent. They tend to suffer locally. But the old woman, they decided to say that that woman's daughter will also suffer. You look through. I am not a traditional doctor, but I'm giving you advice. You look through those people. They are the one who decided that so and so's daughter will never see good life. You don't greet them. You just pass them like in your glasses, and you're like, then they're like, this one. You should greet, even kneel down. You don't lose anything. When you reach here, then you can boss on the friends. But those old women, you don't overlook them. Eh? Yeah, you give them their respect and move on. In my culture, they told me that there are those who come in the spiritual way. So you do something wrong when they have passed, you look there, they are nowhere. Like she says, help me this way, you say, I don't want. When you tell this, she's gone. So take care, you don't lose anything if you do that. How about you, sir? You come and greet my students so they know. This was my camera carrier one time. Don't clap, there is a bad story to it. I paid him diligently, but then something happened. But I paid him cash every day, but something else happened. I don't want to say it. If you want to say it, you can say it. But to me, I don't want to say it. Because I'm very strict, so these are my current career. Electronics and instrumentation.
Good afternoon, students. You are in the right direction.
However, someone was saying that, however.
You are in the right direction because you see, when we are studying here, we thought life was as simple as that. But when you get out there, things actually change. And they are different from what you think. I still remember all the things he taught me, and I still remember his advice. But that one started working after 1 year when we were in the field. Now we will not see it work. I know he will stress you, he's doing good work.
Don't you see I have a bald head now? I talk to them, they look the other side. I talk to them, now you see, he's already telling you, it is after they went to the field, then found the skills I was giving them are useful, now they started appreciating. But they cannot say, let's say, we are sorry. They now just hide away. So when I went there to his school where he is, I was chasing other issues, other problems, solving other problems. I bumped into him and he's saying, now I'm here. Then there was even another one. But now they are busy also, comfortable, enjoying my skills. When they were making me suffer here. So now at least you have heard from your alumni. Is it alumni or alumnus? From the So
I know some of your colleagues majored math. You think you regret?
there is one I was talking to, he's a nice second year. There's one I was talking to here in the morning, early morning. He comes early. So when I was invigilating them, he was busy trying to keep at the friend's work. So when I asked him, now, why are you doing that? He said, physics is not my thing. I'm even measuring now in math. But what opportunities do you have in math apart from insurance and maybe biomathematics? That you can go start modeling diseases. Spread, yeah, because that's the only thing you can do that makes, that is marketable. And I wish he was like my student and then he hears from another person. But these ones are already, have already measured in, have measured in physics already, so they are comparable. So this is electronics and instrumentation. So it's already an elective, so they are here for, they have chosen already. You say nobody, you want to ask my student questions? You ask.
Yes, I wanted to know that whether the course you are sure it is at master's level.
Yes.
But that's what he said. I said, the MSc, he said, yes, I'm now doing research. Which research do you do at
A lot.
Yes. Mine, I'm a teacher, but when we come here, we do all courses.
Okay.
So I become a scientist as well.
A teacher.
Yeah, I'm a teacher of physics. So those who are teachers, we can meet for internship races.
But I can assure you, he did not like education at the beginning. It's only that I told them they will catch up with the time. If they love what they got, yes.
Was he studying when they were in stamp use?
He was a good student. he was a good student. I had trusted that he was my camera carrier, and I was paying him 50K per month. It is not there. No, whatever happened, I can't allow another one to do it.
That's why you
That's why.
That's why you first and he's on master.
Why are you?
That's for me, give me the.
Why are you tickling me? So the session today is just to make sure that we, because we were not sure last time. We should have done this last time. I didn't want to do it, and then theoretically. So now that we are here and we have almost everything is clear now. I already want to go get the list of the, where are the others? They checked on my office and when they found it closed, they were. Who said yes? Yes. So I sang about 7 segments. We shall talk about the oscilloscope at one point. So I'm going to show you the original oscilloscope, the new oscilloscope. Then we see the 7 segments now when we are here in front. Then I will solve a couple of components on the PCB. And then once we are done with that, we just, because the oscilloscope, we are supposed to be going beyond just using it like we used it in electronics. And then the multimeter, and then I couldn't come with the robots again because we really had a good time with them. And that's because we can't build again because you have already solved it. And at least one of you will be in a group, and at least one of you was there when I was doing that. So I left my list of practicals in the office. I just want to make sure that we make lists today and finalize. And then I have gotten the. Now you've reminded me that I have to scan the manual instructions. The things are already on Mwere. the instructions of NXT instructions for the brick. Then I will invest in you. I will buy the batteries. Then what it is. And so we have. Let me first get my list. Then, what if I said whoever is not there today does not do the course? How does that work? It's not good. Just because you are seated, 2 negative charges to get. When I come back, I don't want to find you together. It's all your fault. We don't break it or press it. These are the, so that you can say you touched it. Those are the 7 segments. So you take them around, which we did last lecture. So I just wanna make it. What the hell is this? This is the lecture. I went to pick a list. Me, when I saw a list, I picked and kept. And I have a list which where we made the. Who's making me forgetful? Who? Chibuka is around, okay? Then Chibuka is around, Najuma is around, Bigamukama around, Segawa is here, Rashid is here, Benjamin is here, Shirat is not, DJ is not, Lazarus is here, Isaac is here, Sini is here, Zuko is not here, Chibirango is not here, Anthony has just come, Senabuya is here, Nombi is not here, Parasida is here, Edward is not here. Who has not heard me talk about Kava? Kavalungi. Kavalungi. Then Bazira. Then Kurituka. Do you have any double letters? That's all you, Tutuka. How do you pronounce it? Then, where is, so all of you now are here on the list, 21 people. So, there was, so, Kavarunji is here, Bazira is here. There is, Shirat is already here. Is there any other name which you didn't hear that is part of the course? Who? That fella is. How can you be choosing an elective and you have never appeared? Don't tell me that name again. Tell him never try here.
So we tell him not to come back.
It's an elective. He's never come. How can he come back when he has never come? He has never come in the course. So you tell him to choose another elective. So don't tell me Muslims again. Which other name? Which other? Okay. I'm using another list to see whether we can correlate. This one is. So Agay is here, Kabula is here, Segawa Fred is here, Najuma is here, Kama is here, Senna, Ria is here, Ruko is not here, but we to Kansi, Biansi, Navasa, Kabarunji. You said what? Kabarunji? Kabarungi. Hey, you are who? I'm more Turkey. Oh, Mama, that is the reason. Okay, now I understand. Then, Chivida, Chibuka, Bazira, Navasa, then Kaumia. So, I've already said that. So, you come to 21. So, if you are 21, and we shall. We wanted to make it 6 practicals. So we shall count robot as 1 practical. But with one group being able to do this, to build this, the other group building this, because it's the same. Okay, that's what I wanted. I had wanted to make it. I'm just using this session to make sure that we get acquainted with what we are using in the lab. I don't want you to be test staff. I want you to be careful. And because during the lab, the experiments, I don't want you to be test staff like you are in electronics. So the experiments we shall do are R, which has R1 and R. This is robotics. So we are naming the R for experiment 1. Then we shall have the D for D4 will be only one set. So that will be one set. So all of you, the 4 of you, will be on one set. So we are still going to do 5. I don't know, you understand what I'm saying? No? I will explain. Next one is E17. Next one is E19 and E22. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to make sure that I keep my ladies being leaders of each group. I don't want to disappoint anyone. So mine, you mark this practical because it is mine, it is Margaret. I don't know whether this is the spelling. And then it is Farashida. Is it a C or an S?
Yes.
And then there is Shirat. And then there is Shakira. I almost made them alphabetical if I had put this one in. So you are the leaders, you are the ones to grab what I'm saying today. You are the ones to run the show. Didn't they say that we emancipate ladies? So I'm doing that. So this one here, the 22 and 19, they have external, not external, how should I put it? They have handouts. 19 and 22, they have handouts, and these handouts, I'm going to scan them tonight. 19 and 22. 17 is 1, Moses. So this is times 1, meaning set. This is times 2, meaning there are 2 sets. Times 2, meaning there are 2 sets. And this one also is times, meaning that there are 2 sets. These ones are similar sets, but these are also similar robots, but you'll be building something different. So this group will build you can exchange. Once you have built, you can say, if you can do it quickly, you can say now you also build an explorer. But I'm intending, because it is about knowing that you can build something, put a program, it runs, and then it does some activity. I don't know, I'm trying to make life easier. Otherwise, I could have made them. If I make them 6, then we need 6 weeks. If we need 6 weeks, it means that we need we needed a group of up to 24 people. But now I'm seeing 21. The worst we can become 22. And when we become 22, then the equation becomes distorted. You won't understand what I'm saying. So here you choose the ladies. You choose who does. I mean, how many will go on which one. Whether it is 1, then the other 3. I mean, the other 4 go on. But of course, you split 3, 3, 2, 3, 2. You are the boss. So you distribute the other 2, then for you choose where you want to do it. For these 2 experiments. And then tonight, after scanning these here and closing the book, and then posting the instructions, then I'll now, I had already made, I think, I made a draft. Those of you who go on the wedding. Did you see it? Why? Why do you behave like that? There is unless if I made it, then I upload it in the wrong place. But I remember uploading anyway, I've already cried before that I do all this work, you don't want to do anything. But let's now confirm the groups also. The groups are, so the group of my is I think it is Faraseda who wrote to me that you give me whatever you want.
So you don't have a choice.
Very interesting.
That's it.
So, Najuma has Nyombi, then has Kabule, and then Senabulia, Rashid. I will read that list. Let me get the list. And confirm from the list on where, then I will just edit it out. I will not take long. You got it, eh? But let me look for mine. Others, why? What reason do you give? Don't use the last week we had no power. Use another excuse. You people, what other reason do you give? Coursework. What is wrong with coursework? Imagine if you came here and we don't give you coursework. How would you survive in Kampala? Like we let you be. Just say you just do whatever you want. Would you go back and would you manage to survive and go back to your parents? You hear someone who is saying yes. I've already told you from the beginning. I've already told her from the beginning. I started by telling her the issues around. Now she's saying yes. Survive, my friend.
The youngest dictator.
I don't want to take too much of your time. By 4 we should be done today. And then you go and I go and prepare these materials as I prepare for tomorrow's lecture. And then you maybe this course I should use a projector. What do you think? Pardon? You just want me to suffer. Which eyes?
Your eyes.
Am I the one who will be seeing? Has everyone looked at the 7 segment?
Yes. Yes, yeah.
You, Kabule, I don't trust you. You may pocket it.
I'm the trusted man here.
There are two. There's a big one and you are the trusted man here. Who is not trusted? Who is the distrusted man?
Maybe you are hearing propaganda on me, but
Propaganda from who now?
other people outside, I think.
Now, where? I don't know where you come from, that maybe
It is a community, you can't be
Where?
a successful person.
a successful person is known. So you think they may talk about you wrong things because you are successful?
No.
Professor, you are thinking. See, when people, when they do, is it called a premonition or what? When people give you the blessing, you take it, you grab it and take it. You called me boss when I was young, so now I want to be a boss. So it doesn't matter whether I can be a boss of my office. I don't need to be in which week is the file I did with the Kafon thing? The one who has the which week is the file for practical? 25th of
September. Maybe next
25th of September. That's why I put it.
Yeah. Next week.
Okay.
We'll be starting with the other one.
And the online sermon is also ready. But how did I make that week open? How did you access 25th September when it is closed? No, I mean on the Mwere, which week is it? Not the week of starting practicals. I know it is 25th, but on Mwere where I put the file.
This part below announcements.
Below announcements, just at the introduction. Okay, Prof. Okay, I see. You see, don't laugh at me. I have many files, but they are hidden. So I'll be seeing many things, looking for. So there is a course study resources. Is it draft? The draft lab shape, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Got it. You should be laughing at me. I made it, now I'm looking for it.
What does this one mean?
What do you mean? What is it or what?
Markers die. Here at draft landscape. Below is markers die.
I don't know. It is an activity, so if you are done with it, you mark it as done. That's what it means. Did you get any training in Mwere? So you just hustle. It is gambling.
Now we are plant. So
Which training?
I normally would give so this is done. What I'm trying to look for, to open, to download, and we look at is the schedule so that we also confirm for you who are here. At least for the three ladies here, they know their group members. And it will be just to confirm. So just like we did for, so the to-do for me, the to-do is scan. I'm just putting it on record to make sure that I remember when I reach office, not to forget. Scan the lab procedure for experiment 19 and 22. Then scan lab procedures for the rest. The rest is experiments 7N, D4, and then post, they are already posted. The NXT instructions for Explorer, NXT1 and NXT2 for Explorer and line follower. If you want to do something else, if you can come here, make a line follower, then it works, and I have already marked, and you want to try out other things, you can try them. It's up to you, I have no problem. And then the grouping is just how many mine is still struggles to open. I don't know what's wrong with the font. How many people are there? It goes up to which number? The rest are 5. I mean, are they 4?
Yes.
But from group 5. Farasida, which is under Farasida, not one.
It is under Namasiko.
She has how many? Many more.
6.
But the group of Nabukonde is how many?
4.
You read them for her?
Others are Ray, Moise, Benjamin, and herself.
So those are 4. So those are.
Yeah, group 5 here. There is also missing this.
Yes, there is, because I typed it there because I thought you would show up in these other previous times when I typed. So the only extra is the 22, isn't it? And your group is now full. I added you. Yeah, I see. You worked with him last time, and you like him. He will work. He's good enough. So we are done with the lab. I will only kick out Musinzi and leave the Shirati group with many people as they are. The truth will be with that group. So your lady is my refused. You said, that one I don't want. But also I thought you had said you don't also want her. So you withdrew. That said, I am, once I do my grouping, my timetable in practical, so the weeks are 25, 2nd, 16,
6th and 13th November.
okay, so there is a 9th, 2nd of October, the next one would be 9th, but it is Independence. Next one would be 16th, which is there. Next one would be 20. Next one would be whichever 20 it is. Between 21 to the 1st of November, I can't be here for you for practicals. Then we put the other one said is what, 3rd? So 6th of November, and then the other one is 13th. Then we shall be done. That's how the plan is. So that's how flexible it is going to be. Now I do the summary of the apparatus, and then I just go away. So I had ever showed you this in first year. How? How could I? In first year, I showed you the oscilloscope, but you dodged, Kauma. You dodged. So I just want to make sure that everything is on record. No accusing me of anything. So these are it is touchable. So since we shall be covering the oscilloscope in its sense, we have this one is gone, but this was supposed to be the cathode for producing the electrons. Then the electrons would be accelerated through by the anode, which is here. These are anode plates. I'm going to give you this, it walks around. And then these ones are horizontal plates. Then these ones are vertical, the plates for vertical. And this is where the screen would be, where the electrons would fall, and then you are able to watch it here. Huh? Can't we what? This is for demonstration, so we can't repair it. We are supposed to have the cathode here. It produces electrons, then they get accelerated by the anodes here. But in the due course, you can use these. There are two sets of plates. There are these ones which are vertical. When you look closely, you see that there are those which are able to make it go this way. And then I think they said here, if you look closely, these ones here, these ones will be able to do this, and then these ones will be able to do it like this. And then eventually, the electrons will fall on the screen here and form whichever image, whichever waveform that. There are some oscilloscopes which actually can make an image and put a photograph there. But the TV, the Nyash TVs, old ones, all of them have a CRT, a cathode ray tube. So electrons land on the screen, form the color or black and white images, and then you watch whatever you don't put it in a bag. For the breadboard, I did not say much about it last time because even you were fidgeting to do electronics, digital electronics experiments. This is this simple breadboard. Then there is the other complicated breadboard, the big one, which we were using on D1, D2, and D14, which has power on it in it with the potentiometer to adjust the power. This one is simplified, and nothing has changed yet. The dots here are continuous across, and then the lines here, these ones here, are continuous longitudinally, except for where you see a gap. So, but you can always test using a digitometer, and with continuity, find out whether it's continuity or not. So whatever you want to design, you start from here. Arrange it any way you want. Then adjust it. Put the components down. Put them up. Arrange them in a sleek way so that they occupy small space. The moment you are satisfied and use an oscilloscope to visualize what you have designed, then you move on and solder everything on the PCB. It is called a printed circuit board. It is almost like a breadboard if you look at the design. The design is like the breadboard. The dots, the way you would be able to know that the dots here are continuous this way, then this line, this is the way, the same technology used. They made holes everywhere, and this side, on this other side of where there is, they made sure that around each of those holes there is a copper plating for connection. So the moment you put any component that you want to solder, so after you have arranged it here, then you look at how to arrange it nicely on the other time I showed you an already fixed PCB, already done. So if you look at this design is that each of the lines here, they made a copper plating line and then made holes. So if you put a component like this, and so that means you have connected the legs together once you solder them. If my eyes, what do you think? Your eyes look to be okay. You touch and tell me how the copper plating is, yes? Okay, how do you know it is simple when it is just a question? How do you, so you get it sounds like if you know it is simple, you get the answer. So what is the question? Those are anode plates. Yes. Which ones? Those are white ones or the metallic ones? No, you're asking two things. The white ones I think are just guide, frame, some like a frame to keep the, they're just to keep the thing together. It was supposed to be a complete thing inside here when you peep through here, when you peep around around somewhere here, when you peep proper around here, I don't remember, there is one of the oscilloscopes where you peep and see the outline or the whatever, but I think there is, Mosaic, is there a dead open one oscilloscope that has the Sierra tree naked? So that they don't ask me any questions. You are not supposed to tell. You are supposed to see, appreciate, and then now when you touch, another one touches, one wants to see whether it is hard, then the other one breaks. If it is not nearby, it's okay, but if there is one which is already close, just to fit to, even that's enough. Okay. So you see how the thing looks like. And I want you to live here when you have a feeling of how things yeah, but you see, I told you the story of one school which I told that I want to so this is the Sierra tree that that basis is on. This is the thing. I told that that's why we lost power and we could not I may break this one. So this one, those plates stop there. You can see this. I don't know how. So this is the first anomaly, which will eventually where the air conditioner will go and then make the shiny beers. And then this is the cathode. These are the anode plates I talked about to accelerate the electrons to go this way. But I want you to question yourself. Yes, this is the physics. But how do they now manage to make sure that the images come here and then you are watching and enjoying? That's why I'm mad at you, that at least even if you can't do complex things, at least understand the simple ones. Not just lousing in the compound there, then argue about us. You get my point? Hey, imagine people who sat down and, where do you think they eat food? How they sit down, start designing this. These are ICs which I taught in electronics, and then they knew now when we do this and put this now, and then they program it that when I switch it on, it will bring the screen. I put the probe, then it will bring. Then I can save the waveforms. If we will ask, we just eat matoke and walk around, speak in English. So don't think that I'm always, so please, I don't know, if you break it, that is your thing now, just take it now. It is no longer in my hands. Yes. Those, I think they were things which they put there, I don't know exactly, either for lighting or for something. All I know are the basics, the construction. It's like your phone. If I say, what is this one? Then I don't know. But the basics are that we have the plates, we have the cathode, the anode plates to accelerate, then the plates, the X and Y plates. When you look closely, these ones are, when you look through here, you see them like this. So this means that they can
deflect the electrons this way. And then this one here, I think the parts here are like this. Inside these two, if you look closely, there should be ones which now make it go up and down.
Yes.
He asked the big man there, who knows there are pieces on, some glasses on the side like this.
Those are
Like they are capillary tubes, these glasses, or this one.
like it's
These glass things, I can't explain, like housing or whatever.
these are just holders.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. The basics are the cathode, anode, plates, and then the spring rate. So I would want you to be free that if you open this circuit, you can know that this one, when you see this, you know it will come out. And then if you wanted to remove the other part, you remove it. And then when you are done, so it should be common sense that when you see some part, you know that this part should be able to join here, and then I can remove it. If you find that there is a problem, then you know I can replace this one. If, for example, repairing is like magic, it's like voodoo. You look into something, you say, look, I'll give you an example. Today, a colleague broke in the body. So when I came, I said, no, I can remove. He said, no, we have to do technical. I said, no, there's nothing technical about it. So I got a clip, and tried to make sure that I done it until when it will align. Even things like this is very hard. So it's not to be true, but there are people who get a solution immediately before they hustle. So, for example, if you give him a circuit, he does not hustle. He gets a tester, a multimeter, and then sees continuity. If he finds that there is no continuity here, when he knows it's supposed to be continuous, then he checks the resistance. Then that is dead. He solders out, looks at the rating, puts the same thing, and then it starts working. Now for you, be like, you want to work. You are listening. In the village, that's how we used to make the radio work. He has stuff to do like this. The radio job. You're like, yeah, it's now working. So you're supposed to be making sure that you, when I go to the garage and you get a hammer and you start hammering my vehicle, I want to box you. Because there is no machine who made a vehicle to be hammered with the hammer. Every part has a screw, has a bolt, and you have to look for a spanner or a screw like this. Yes, but if they rust, you give them time, you oil them, the oil goes over, and then you look for a good spanner and unscrew them. Not starting to hit a metallic part on one side that because it is tight in there. How will you He is a guy who you get a brush, you remember the brush I brought with the robots. You do like this, then after that, others go with the vacuum cleaner, after that, put soap, the thing starts lasting. So then now you have seen at least, now this is what I told my school when I had just graduated. I told my school, the director came on a briefing, then I told them, you know what, I want to take my children, my S4 and S6 to Makerere so that they know how the things they cram. Because when I came here in the lab down here, and I looked at the determination of the deviation angle, the D, for the prism, and we used to cram, you put a prism on a turntable, then adjust the collimator and the telescope, then using the monochromatic light, it was like it was in Europe. I crammed the thing in Nericon. So when I came here, the damn thing is down. The turntable is just like a round thing with the one side which you turn being a collimator for the monochromatic light, the sodium lamp, the other one is the telescope. Then you align them, then put a prism, then adjust the screws A, B, C. Now if a kid comes here and adjusts that thing, he can't cram the Nericon.
If you came and went in the, looked at my telescope, actually in the morning there was a partial eclipse of the moon, the lunar eclipse. The moon was chopped like this. I read about it in the night while going home, but in the morning I just bumped into it and I had to park on the petrol station. So I called the guys on the petrol station. I said, there are no clouds there, why is it now fake? And they were excited. By the time I reached here, it was done, and I couldn't see it properly on the telescope. But when this telescope is a Newtonian telescope, a reflecting telescope, you cram it. There is objective lens. Then there is, yes, objective lens for the objects from infinity. We even say infinity. And then there is this eyepiece. You cram the damn thing, you put the... But when you look through it and see it, life becomes very easy. And that's what we are lacking. And when I quarrel, you say, people think I am just quarrelsome about the curriculum. Where will they get these things to do projects? So all of you were able to see the 7 segments. So when I was teaching it and I was saying that it has to be a unit, you were not really understanding what I meant by unit. So these are the units that they put together. So at the petrol station, you'll find that there are these 4. For 5,200 shillings for a liter. So they put them together and then power. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there is for powering, and then, this one has 2 dots. So that's where the number is different from the other one. And then you make sure you power each of the segments. So this is a LED segment. LCD is the one which is on your calculator and the like. So I just, last time when I was talking about the segment, please don't kill the thing, even if it is already dead. Me, I just wanted you to at least see the inside. We could do more if everything was okay. If there were resources that when we start this course, each one has an oscilloscope, please leave that thing now. I finish. Because you take it back to, okay, you put it there. You know, anytime you want, you can always come here and see whatever you want. But if you had resources and you come here and you have your toolbox, then you have materials, you have a breadboard, you have the components, so that you can come here, go to the internet, look for a circuit you want to play around with, then you play around with it and produce something. And then present and say, sir, I have done this, not even project, but at this level of a course. And say, I have come up with this idea and I have made it work. That's how it should work. But we wait to do practicals. That's when you start putting these wires, fidgeting. And when they don't enter, you are like, you do. When they do, you copy, and then you hand it. And then you are like, we are done with practicals. I remember when I said, now we are done, people were like, the 2 tookers were like, They even left 2 practicals without finishing. They said, God is great, and left the place. But I would want you to leave. You can't get somebody else to fix your bulb at home, and you did physics. Then why did you do physics? Then when you know, you can't even know, like, you don't have the pliers. You don't have the pliers at home, and you are a physicist. No screwdriver. So this is, I just brought this one here for, refreshing of the 7 segments. Last time when I was busy trying to talk also, the 0, all the 6 are lighting. It is only the one in the middle that is not there. So I'll look for an 8, and when I get an 8, then I would have completed the whole 7 segment. How do I get an 8? This thing is fake.
What is Uganda?
It keeps running around when I'm even not touching it. Whatever the case. At least the what? At least I got the 0, I got a 5, which is right in the middle one. I got the 8 has become, but now this one is counting them. It is bringing them for me, so it is doing my job easy.
You can't fix it.
You can if you want. Then the other Moses, I think the other new multimeters are the ones which have LCD. Yes, those ones, but also the other ones which are. You remember these are like this one. These ones have a better LCD, so I can take this one. So this one will show us an LCD. And some of you suffered when you were busy trying to measure. I don't remember whether the switch is behind this way. So we have our, you remember the dark crystalline liquid that we talked about? So we got the crystalline liquid. I don't know whether I have no voltage there, so I cannot get the 8. So I gotta put a voltage, some input to get some value, but the zeros are enough. And this one would have helped me to hold, and everything gets, the screen gets stuck without moving. So the LCD, this one has a backlight. If this is what I was talking about as the backlight. Which backlight, I guess, I don't know whether it goes off. So this is the hold, it has come, the 8 has come. Where is it coming from? I have not put anything, but it is saying 7.8 from where?
That's how we shall get the long results.
You get long results. So it is, at least it has been able to give me the 8, and I have been able to hold it so that it is not moving, so that you see the whole segment completed with even the dot. So they put all these segments together, they put these pieces together, but of course construct the screen so that it looks continuous and sleek. Just like you can see a vehicle, so they can make a vehicle, and when it is the doors are closed, you don't feel like there is any gap anywhere. That's the way this thing is.
How is that segment set up able to put a point or a comma anyway? Because when you are, as the more you increase the figures, you put point.
This one here. Did you see closely? There is a dot. There are 2 dots. One up, another one down. He has not read the notes, so I don't want to refer him to the notes. You listen to those 2 dots. Each of these segments has a dot, because once you, if I can unhold, once you change the range, this range here, and it has changed the values to move this side, at any point, like here, if the dot is there, if I change to this, the dot has come here. If I change to this, the dot is there. If I change here, so the dot is able to move on every part, depending on the ranging. So when you are constructing, you make sure you put that provision. Yes. Huh? Don't go here. Now what do you want me to tell you? I've already showed you if you want a comma, if you want a comma, put a comma. Who is? You are really terrible. So this oscilloscope, there's nothing much that I'm adding today on the oscilloscope that we did not see in the previous time. The only difference on the oscilloscope is that this time when you are using it, you'll be also taking interest in how it works actually. I don't know whether my point is whether I'm making a valid point. The other time you were just using it as an object. You get my point? Yes. But now it is part of the course. When we go to instruments, looking at the digital meter, the multimeter, looking at the oscilloscope, then remote controls, we'll now be looking at it as getting more when it is about triggering. When I used to say you reset, when do you do those things on the oscilloscope? But we were just doing them for purposes of as if we were gambling. Now, under normal circumstances, you could save the things on the USB so that you don't waste time drawing them. You remember when people were drawing, was it experiment 10? The wave shaping. And people are drawing, hey, someone is supposed, or even the vibrator, someone is supposed to be drawing the waveforms. If we put like this for the two states. So if this one is like this, then it goes out, lights, goes out, then lights, then this one is off. When this one goes off, this one goes on. When this one goes on, this one goes off. Keeps alternating like that. Then some people couldn't draw these. You find that someone is drawing them like sharp like this. So instead of doing that, I had a dream that we could just get computers here with a printer so that you just save your values, your waveforms here on the flash, then go to the PC and print out. But we can spend a week without power. So where will we get the cartridge for the printer? So I forgot about the idea when that happened. So at least this one I used it for purposes of production, for purposes of being able to show you LCD. This is LED, but these are all 7 segments which we talked about. Oscilloscope. We shall try to make sure that we learn even more about it, more buttons. Because the other time I would just come and say, okay, once I set it up, you feel you're even touching anywhere until when you finish, especially for the experiment 1. Okay, so I have finished this one. These ones, you have already seen the segment. Give me back the segment.
What is this? This screen, what does it use?
It uses the capacitive inductance, capacitive reactance, which we shall be looking at soon. So when you press, you change the capacitance and then it responds to it. But how it works, I don't know exactly. But that is the principle behind it. Like I've said, they spend time doing these things, for us we are eating and sleeping. I've tried to understand many things, but when I was down filming, I was dozing, so I would pretend like I'm thinking. So when someone is talking, I'm like, I keep running my fingers, but actually I'm sleeping. When I feel I'm heavy, then I come back. And because my sleep is not enough. And I don't know much anyway. So I have the soldering gun. You can buy this even at 5,000. There are some which you can use. This one you can get from an electrician. So this is the alloy. Who remembers the alloy that makes this soldering gun, soldering wire? Tin. Huh? Tin and what? Tin and nickel. I don't know. You can check. Please, with Google, you don't even need to greet your neighbor. You just search anything from Google. You don't need to hustle asking people what is this. They will give you everything. It will take your time, but you don't have to beg anyone. I'm trying to. There it is. All the time. Can you come and check whether it is hot? It's been on for some time, but it doesn't feel hot the way it is.
Made of lead and change the pot. The alloy.
I changed the what?
Which arrow?
The soldering lead and tin.
I think it is. This is not tight, so it is not transferring the fire where. There is no, the screws are not tight, so it is just bring the fire, just fire here, not backing up. So if you get whatever you want to work on and you... It is on. So you will do this on your own. You can do it in so I don't want to spoil the. Where is the big one which I gave you, Najum?
Where is the big PCB?
I don't trust you. Do you trust me? I am not going to spoil this. It can be used for something. So I'm just going to put the things here. So I don't know whoever did this. This is abnormal. Let me first show him. You don't know what I'm explaining to you what I'm saying. So that you don't know what I'm saying. This is abnormal. Because if I say it is abnormal, the other see, we think you can't do this. You remember where I said that they are connectors, eh? Yes. And then see how this fella soldered it. You hold and see how you soldered it. So how will you put components when the conducting part is this side where you are putting components is where the conduction is? So I will use a bit of the side which has already been spoiled. So you first put your components. So because accordingly, this one, the continuity is like this, then with small gaps. So now I cannot push this capacitor legs through and then I put in the same line like this. If I put in the same line, if I put in this line like this and I solder them, then I have connected these two legs. I don't know whether you understand my point. The continuity, the platings are down like this with a gap, another one, then gaps. So it means I need to put like this, and then I know that this whole line now is having this capacitor. So if I want to connect a resistor to this capacitor, then I put it in the next line of holes. And now the soldering is that I can't bring it there, but so when you are soldering, you get if this is the leg, the leg of the component, the legs of the components are pushed through. Like now I have pushed through this capacitor, which should be on the same line. For niceness, it should be on the same line, not twisted. Are these? I think they are in the same line, isn't it? So, once the legs are like this, because I can't use this because I want to use something big that. So you put, this is the leg, so you put the soldering wire here and then put the gun this side. So as it melts, then it builds on the leg like this, so it makes like a kahil. So when it makes a kahil, where it stops, where it shrinks, is where you cut nicely. So it feels like it was just meant to be there. So let me see whether I still got the skill. And make one so that my eyes are very bad, so I may not do anything reasonable. I need to go to the University Hospital and get some glasses. This is not, I don't like this. Yeah, I think to make different place. Try another one. The quality of this thing also is not good. I did the wrong, I put too much because I can't see. Some of you who are still having good eyes, you are having when I get a good visibility, I will use only this one, which almost, because you have to keep in the line. So it is until when you get this, so when it is not good, this is not good either. But then if I cut this one now, I'm going to give you so that if I cut from there, you may not realize it should have been small. And just slightly from the connection, the one I have cut, when you see how I soldered it, it's not perfect. But at least it shows you how it builds up like a small hill. And then when you chop it, you feel like it was not even long. You get the idea? So you are able to make sure you put those, then where you want to connect, you put you get like a paper clip, or a wire which is like a paper clip, Then you clip where you want to have continuity from one side of connections to the other part. And you put that one on the other side of the board, which is insulated. So you want to join this leg to some other component this way, so you put like as if it is like this one step, like a step, the way a step is. And then you transfer this other line and put your components. So if we had a number of pieces, at the end of the course, once we are done, we can make sure that each of you makes like a small circuit of a rectifier. And then you solder it and we test it on the oscilloscope and see. The alloy, I put a lot of alloy, so it did not work the way I want because I can't see properly a small place in doing that. And I feel like I have said the much that I wanted to say today. And because mostly today was to make sure we are done with experiments, understanding the experiments, confirming the groups. And then I have demonstrated what we covered last Thursday about the LCDs and the LEDs. And then if you have any comment, you let me know. So I have a task of scanning these procedures, those from the manual and the ones outside, and then post them on web, and also finalize with the group, make it final and post it on web, and then we shall be good to go. I just want you to live here when you have some skill. That's it. I don't need anything else from you people. That's what I want. So, any questions? It is 4 p.m. So, adios. If there are no questions and you don't have what belongs to me, then you can let Moses speak these things. And then Wednesday we shall start strictly. Come when you are prepared, when you have researched. This is an elective. You came on your own. You came on your own. Eh? I've switched off the gun. Why do you, but you are really doing, but he's also preparing to go. So, so it should have been nicer, right? It's not okay because it touched this other line, so it's a short circuit. One cadet, one beat, you must make sure that it just fits there only. I can't concentrate on Navas. I can't concentrate on one small hole, so that's why I just put to make my point. Where is the other segment? Segment, not board. It is here. So the segments are here. Okay, I'm done. See you.